everyone. All right, so I want to talk about engaging your core. I am always telling my clients, no matter what kind of exercise they're doing, engage your core, engage your core. What is your core doing? And I recently had a client confess to me that they had no idea what I meant when I said that. So I'm going to try and explain it. It is kind of one of those things that's hard to demonstrate because, I mean, obviously. So I'll do the best I can, ask questions, and we'll go from there. So I'm actually going to start by showing you this standing up, and then I'm going to show you how to do a crunch and kind of demonstrate why it's so important to engage your core. So when you are just standing, when we're just standing normally, we usually kind of like stand like this. So our weight's kind of more in the front of our feet, and we have this sway in the back. And sometimes we're like, or sometimes like we're like this. Obviously, both of those are bad for our posture. But how do we fix it? Because people will say, well, just stand up tall, and we kind of do, this sort of thing. Again, not really engaging our core, not really helping our back. So you want to think of your torso in two different sections, the top and the pelvis. There is connective tissue and muscle and all your organs from here to here, but there is no bone other than your spine. So it is very, very important to learn how to do this correctly. All right, so when you're standing here and you want to engage that core, you want to first start by rotating your pelvis under, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you're bending your knees, all right? So you want to try and keep your knees right where they are, and you're just rotating that pelvis from here to here, okay? Just doing that motion should start to activate stuff, as long as you're not bending your knees. Now, just a little side note. If you find that you cannot do this without bending your knees, that is a sign that you have some tight hip flexors going on. I know, because that used to be me, still is sometimes. Anyway, if that's the case, I have some videos on hip flexor stretches, and let me know and I can kind of give you some more pointers. But all right, barring that, rotate that pelvis under, and you should start to feel that contraction, okay? You're thinking of bringing your rib cage and your pelvis closer together, but without doing this, okay? That's not what we're wanting. We're just wanting right in here. So if you put one hand on the top of your bum, the other one right here, little press, you should start to feel that engage. When a lot of people think of contracting their core, they think of like squeezing out and down. What you want to really think of is squeezing up and in. So sucking that belly button. You'll hear people say, push your belly button into your spine. That's kind of what they're talking about, is squeezing that belly inwards. All right, so I've moved to the floor. I'm going to show you how to do this with a crunch, purely because it's the easiest way to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about and to show you how it'll look if you're not doing it correctly. But if you're doing anything, bicep curls, squats, everything should be engaged. So even if you're doing bicep curls, you still want to have that engaged. All right, so here I am on the floor. First thing you want to do is make sure your back is flat. So when you come down to the floor, you put your knees down. Typically, our back's going to want to pop up. So as you can see, I put my hands under that. You want to fix that, rotating. Okay. If you're having trouble with that, bring your knees to your chest, press that back into the mat, and then one at a time, put your knees down without letting that back pop up. All right. So now we have our back flat. We have that pelvis tilted. Now I want to think of squeezing or pushing that belly button into your spine. Now, as far as crunches, sit-ups, honestly, it doesn't matter what you prefer. If you're not engaging your core, you're not getting the benefits. I don't care where you stand on crunches or sit-ups. Engaging the core, that's the key to every core exercise. So rotating the pelvis, squeezing the belly button down. Now, the other thing for the crunch is you don't want to be pulling to your knees, all right? You're crunching up towards the ceiling. Elbows are going to stay back. Stomach in, and you're going to breathe out. Lift your head right towards the ceiling. Now, how you know if you're doing this even remotely in the right direction is your stomach should stay flat or hollowed. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, you know, I've got belly fat. How do I know? I have belly fat. I get it. But if you put your hands here and you engage your core and you crunch up and you don't feel your stomach push up, then you're doing okay. Because if you come here and you push and it squeezes up, you're not engaging your core. All right. And if you come up and it either goes in or just stays there, then you're on the right track. All right. There's one other trick I'm going to teach you to help you get better at this. And I don't know if it really has a name, but I call it a reverse plank. So it sounds weird, I know, but bear with me. Okay. So you're going to start, if I can get the camera here, you're going to start laying flat, knees to your chest. Okay? One at a time, back is straight, core is pressing in. You're going to put your feet on the ground. All right? You're going to keep your hands right here. You're going to make sure that core stays engaged. And now you're going to slowly try and straighten both legs without letting your back pop up and arch. So you're going to be forced to contract that core to keep your back flat while your legs are straight. This looks like I'm just laying here, but I promise you it's not as easy as it looks. You're going to hold for as long as you can and then relax. And the minute you relax, your back's going to pop up, even if it's just a little bit. So try that. Once you get the feeling of what it's like to have your core engaged, then you're going to be able to figure out how to get back to that when you're standing doing bicep curls or, you know, overhead, whatever you're doing. You're going to be able to get in that contraction and engage that core better. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, it's kind of a hard thing to teach, especially through a video. But if you have questions, want me to try again explaining it, I'm happy to. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, follow, blah, 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 all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.